Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. Yep, we just moved the cows again. We've gotten like 4 inches of rain in the last week, so it has gotten pretty muddy and pretty sloppy. And they burned through their last chunk of grass pretty quickly. So instead of moving them in the afternoon, which is what I prefer, I moved them. Well, actually, it's now around like noon. But yeah, they were asking for it. This is definitely one of our best pastures. A few videos ago, I had kind of mentioned how I was coming back, and they are back in here. I think it's 3 weeks now that they're back in here, and it's doing pretty decent. And that's our bold ruler heifer. This one right here, she's not bad, but she is an eagle daughter out of a high roller, like not an older cow, like really old. I think she's maybe 8, but for some reason this year she did not do as well on her calf that she normally has done. So I think ultimately that calf will turn out fine. I think she would be a nice replacement. But I think as far as what we're gonna keep, she might not make the list. Who else can we pick on today? We got here's another one of our Blaze Bruno daughters. I think we have like 3 of them that are like almost identical, just different sizes. She's out of a charm cow. And here is another Bruno daughter. Come on, Piglet, get out of our way. Trying to feature a calf, Piglet. Getting in the way. Actually, yep, here we go. Yeah. So this is another Bruno daughter, and that's her mom. And this girl is she's actually the Gen X Bull Blueprint. So she is a Blueprint granddaughter out of our old 430 cow. So I wanted to keep her. I really like, she's kind of built like her mom, maybe with a little bit more stretch, but nice moderate build. Everybody's doing good. I suppose I can start making my way back up to the house. Here's Bruno. Bruno's still looking good. Not really doing any work. And Bruno is for sale. But by the time you see this, hopefully he'll be sold by then. But Bruno is for sale. I think we're pretty happy with his calves. And I'll be excited to see what his second calf crop looks like. But very, very happy with his first crop of calves. And here's our Bruno bull calf. And yeah, everybody's loving new grass. Always do. So right now what we're doing is we started filling in this hole a little bit. I just put that bucket down there so it would protect our line a little bit, or at least know that we're getting too close. And then we put a couple of buckets of dirt here, and then came back and started throwing some rock in here so we get rid of that stuff. We know that this road base right here is kind of the level that we want to base everything off of. So we're putting in this 6x6 so that we know, I've got a little mark here with spray paint on this line where we want to basically put the water at least close to it. But then the 6x6 is representing the form for the concrete pad that we're going to use when we pour it for the water. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to get that set, get it level, and get it on our mark so we know where we want to be, and try and make a little bit of progress here. It's still playing in the mud basically. All right, so we got our 6x6 in place, and then we got our vertical tube, our frost tube. So what we did is, you can buy frost tubes for this. We got a Mirafont waterer, and you can buy a frost tube from them, but they run pretty pricey. So the place we got it from supplied us with, that's a double wall culvert. That's I think it's just an 8-inch culvert. So what we decided to do was, we got some 1.5-inch foam and just boxed it in, and then that's a 4 foot long chunk of styrofoam. So it's going to be insulated 4 feet deep, and then we'll cut off the tube at the top wherever we need it or don't need it, and then there'll be concrete obviously all around that. And then from the top of the tube into the water, we're going to put a heat tape in there, so that'll take care of the line from the top of the culvert tube to the actual water itself to help that out. And then it's got like a 250 watt little donut heater that'll go in it, and those seem to work pretty good for that style of heater. We have the style heater we have one that's a double-sided, this one's a single-sided, and it's gonna work out real good here. But dad's kind of playing in the mud because we want to start filling in around this. We just have that held in with a screw, but over there he's trying to pull that dirt down so we can bring that and put it in here, but he's kind of slipping and sliding because it's so soupy. So I'm just gonna slowly walk over here, over to a little, we have like a little creep feed pen. We've got some extra panels that we don't use all the time, and Dad made this little trough for them a couple years ago, and then we rigged up just a little 2-slot creep panel, and then we like to start filling this up late in the summer and September time frame. And then when the calves are kind of in this area, or at least have access to it, we like start giving them a little bit of ground feed, because the ones that'll take it, and then by the time they get into the pen and we separate them off, then they're going to be the first ones to come to the bunk because they know what they already got. So yeah, Dad will be happy to see this. All right, so we're going to put a wrap on the weekend, kind of give you one last little final update to show you kind of where we're at, and kind of what our next steps are. Got more dirt and stuff around here, so that's pretty secure. Got rid of our 6x6. Started laying our electrical cable that we're reusing from before back in our trench. We really want to get this filled back in also, plus get rid of all these damn rocks, which will probably end up just kind of in the ditch somewhere. Otherwise we'll make a pile of them. So that's just a little update on what we did this weekend. We weren't able to get as much as we kind of wanted to get done this weekend. We had some other commitments going on. Similar to this afternoon, I still got something going on. And honestly, it's pretty dang hot out here considering it's October 1st. Yeah, hopefully you liked the video, and please comment, subscribe, send along any comments you got, any questions. Thanks for coming along.